Hi folks, on Friday I did a bit of a vlog regarding this track, which is a track called Elementary. I brought the digger in yesterday just to help me kind of rough out a line. Now the thing with my digger is I have hired ones in the past that have got those kind of joystick controls and you've got a little bit more finesse. To be honest, my thing's ancient and the controls aren't brilliant and it's hard to kind of do nice touches with it. You can do big scoop and scrape stuff, but it's hard to make things do small details. So anyway, it's good. However, it's handy in the form of yesterday for getting just lumps on the ground. So I'll try and get a bit more sideways on because I don't know how well it shows. But camera, in fact, we'll get in this hole. So just putting lumps on the ground and scooping out bits of landings, it's great for stuff like that. It does the job, and it makes, also for where I've marked down a line into here, it works as well. But for actually shaping things and making things right, it's not the way forward. However, it's done a job, so it helps to envisage the line a little bit more. But one of the things that I've been thinking about is I spoke on Friday saying that I wanted this to be a mini version of Beggars Canyon, like a micro canyon, so to speak. Sorry, I'll just pause for a second before I get too far into it. And so that means that as I walk down here today, I'm about to start moving logs and putting features in. But as I take this walk down today, I kind of need to think, okay, where would I usually put a feature and how can I do a small version of that? So I thought I would, rather than just do it and then tell you later about it, I thought I'd let you join in on the walk down. So obviously up there I've already put that, I'm going to call it a double, but it's an introduction to doubles. I mentioned this on Friday. So obviously I want to corner into here, corner through into here, and then I do have an idea of where I want to put something along this road, because hopefully you can keep some speed in here, put a couple of pedals in, and where this patch of light starts to shine, I'm going to put another whoop that is, again, can be used as a double. So this will rise us up to about here, and we'll whoop in. Now one of the things for this area here, just I'm going to use some of these logs. One of the things for this area is I do need to be quite mindful about how far apart I put them, because ultimately the idea is to help with the progression is you're going to be able to roll over them both, but there seems very little point in this one going bam bam and putting 1 2 in, because I'm hoping that we'll be able to hold some speed out of here. So if you are going to lift the bike up for a bunny hop at the top and boost yourself out of them, i.e. you are progressing and you want to practice getting over the pair them using as a double, then they need to be a little bit further apart. So I'm thinking this is the going to be the top. I'll put a line in it. That's going to be the top of the raise up to one of them, and we'll have to shape some of this in to kick it up. So I'm thinking bike length is about 1 2 3. So I'm thinking that's just film this a bit better. I'm kind of just kicking out on the floor here a bit. So I'm going to stand back a little bit. So that between a peak of a whoop and a peak of a whoop is about a bike length. So what I'm thinking is you should be coming at a bit more speed than to jump the distance of a bike length. So I just need to think about putting down what you need to clear is around, perhaps around here somewhere, just that little couple of feet more to double them. Okay, so it is just as straightforward as making a rough mark on the ground and then I can come back and work on them. So this corner here, I wasn't too sure whether to bring anything out the other side of it. Might just leave this as for a bit of speed. may well come when I get this shaped in. Yeah, I had thought about when we came out from up there round these two, I had thought about putting something into here. There was like a natural bump. I say there was a natural bump thing. It was that big old tree root I dug out the way. So may just put a little pop up into here, but this one's a kind of a bit of a decider. What I do want to do though is to step out of this berm. Well, I say berm, it's not going to be a particularly big berm, but as you come out of this corner, you're heading down into, you can see where the dug stuff is down there, but you've got a really wide, I've purposely dug round to make this wide, so I'm thinking of coming out of here, possibly doing stuff so that you can hold speed, coming out, and as you just kind of get round this corner, I'll have to be careful with what size I go, but a kick somewhere. Let's put a line in. I'm coming out of there, so I'm going to say roughly around here somewhere. Let's just have a stand back off that and see what it looks like. Maybe slightly before, to be fair. Maybe out of somewhere out around here. One of those two. And raise this side up, so you're coming round more of a what do you call them? It's like when they're big and you make them a big form. I think they call them a whale tail. Not a whale tail. No, that's not right. That's a free ride thing. Anyway, it's a berm with a launcher out of it. But obviously, again, you've got to just be mindful of the size. There's no way that this is going to show up on GoPro, but this actually starts to get a bit steeper from this corner in as it goes down. So anybody who's, oh no, that's like 4 people. I was going to say anybody who's tested Get to the Chopper realises that at this point it's where it all starts to get fast. Anyway, so kick out of here, and I think that'll get people used to the idea of either going for inside lines or kicking out hard. You could cut out to about here. I was thinking, if you're kicking up from there, you could cut out to about here and then start to pull in hard in like a line across here. Or you could just take the inside line, which is obviously faster. It's a little bit difficult to tell. And then as we get back through, so you've kind of kicked from up there, taken quite a wide, this is a wide corner, or it's going to be a wide corner when it's all completed. And then you start to kick through here. This is where I did some felling, so I've got some tidying up to do here before I can start to dig it out. Let's just get over to it a bit. Obviously it means that I've got some logs here as well. Got some really big sized logs. I've just got to be careful, maybe not, be careful where I use them. So this is taking you through this way and then back out and down between there. So yeah, there's a couple of kind of fat, good sized logs to come in through here. I think single log drop will be enough. I don't think anybody on this track is going to particularly want anything more than a single log. There's going to be loads of landing, and that's an important part for confidence building as well. People are going to have some landing to go at, but I don't think they're going to want much taller than just the one of these fat logs. So anyway, we're going to start to shift some of this stuff into place now and start to sight it up and see what it looks like. I just thought I'd give you a chance to be included in essentially what I use as a decision process. Walk down, make some lines in the track, and then start trying to find suitable building materials for what's going to fit with each feature. I decided that now it's time to put features on the elementary trail, that's a bit of a finesse job and it's certainly not something for my digger to do. However, I did realise that I needed to clear out a bit of room at the front door of the cabin. Now, I don't want to get into trouble with the sponsors, and we're not finished yet, they're coming back tomorrow, but trying not to get too sort of giddy and away with myself on this. But there's been a couple of things happening about the cabin. I'm going to put all the front door in tomorrow, but this is one of the reasons that I could get giddy. Look at that, 70mm goodness, solid as. Good. Not allowed to, but you could live in it. One of the other things about the cabin is did a little bit of a measuring up at home, and soon realised that actually the cabin is the same size as my lounge, and I sort of want to. There's a certain vibe about GNAR bike park and a certain kind of place that I want it to be, and one thing that happened yesterday, and it was actually through my wife. She suggested it to me, but the realisation came that we've got an extra sofa in the house. We inherited it from when we bought it, and quite frankly, I don't live in a big enough house to have a spare sofa just stored there. So I wanted somewhere for, you know, this has happened to me before as well. You turn up at a place and you get a text or a phone call off your mates, and they're like, oh well, we were half an hour late setting off. We'll meet you in 25 minutes, sort of thing. And you kind of just sit in the car, just waiting for them. And I'm going to bring that sofa and put it in the trailhead. So if you find yourself in that situation, pop in. I'll put a brew on, and I'll be like, oh, I don't have anywhere for you to sit apart from this lovely comfy sofa. Get on. So anyway, as I say, it's early days on this, and I don't want to get too carried away or giddy about it, and I don't really want to be showing it off when the guys at Odd Cabins Lakeland haven't quite finished it yet. I don't want to get into trouble with them. But you know, there's plenty of reasons to get giddy about it, and I can't wait to show you it when it's all done. So yeah, anyway, I have just digressed massively. So the score is brought the digger back over here just to have a bit of a tidy up outside the front door, because the front door is going in tomorrow, and some flooring as well. So I'm going to head back over there now to elementary, and we'll start to have a bit of a decide on where these features are going to go.